parties, political divides, and it's about the nation. Mr. President, the Senate notes that the NSAS protest, which assumed a global dimension, began on 3rd October 2020, when the video of a SARS officer who allegedly shot a young Nigerian in Ughelli, Delta State, surfaced online. Further notes that on Wednesday, 7th October 2020, youths in Lagos State set out for a 3-day protest to call for the disbandment of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS, unit of the Nigeria Police Force, as part of the push for reforms in the unit. Aware that 7th October 2020, the start of a 14-day protest in Lagos that eventually turned violent and was hijacked by hoodlums. Further aware that at about 6:45 p.m. on Tuesday, 20th of October 2020, several media accounts revealed the peaceful protesters were allegedly shot by the Nigerian military at the Lekki toll gate. Concerned that the alleged shooting of protesters further infuriated protesters and tension flared, with consequent violent protests and the beginning of wanton looting and destruction of public and private assets all over the country, and particularly Lagos, the epicenter of all the protests. Worried that the private and public assets destroyed by hoodlums in Lagos was estimated to be in the region of 1 trillion naira by the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Further worried that the long list of destroyed public and private properties in Lagos are Ajeromi Felodo Local Government Secretariat, the Palace of the Oba of Lagos, Lagos High Court Igboshere, Oyibo BRT Terminus, Ojodubega BRT Terminus, Vehicle Inspection Office Ojodubega, Lagos State Public Works Corporation, Ojodubega, Lagos City Hall and Circle Mall, Lekki, numerous luxury shops in Surulere, the Nation newspaper, TVC, and ShopRite Lekki, including 27 BRT vehicles estimated to cost $200,000 each, and another 57 BRT vehicles estimated to cost $100,000 each, all totaling about 3.9 billion naira. And alarmed that 25 police stations were reportedly burnt in Lagos. Orile, Amukoko, Layeni, Ilasamaja, Ikotun, Aja, Igondo, Elemoro, Makinde, Onipanu, Ibutero, Pensinima, Isokoko, Alade, Sele, Igboelerin, Shibiri, Bagada, Onilekepe, Makoko, Daliko, Asaun, Makiyo, Amuwo Odofin, anti-kidnapping, Surulere. Other police stations that were vandalized but not burned were Ojo, Ojodu, Mowe, PPL, and Morogo. The Senate accordingly resolves to urge the federal government to set up a visitation panel to assess the level of destruction of public and private assets in Lagos. 2. Urge the federal government to establish a special economic assistance to Lagos State in recognition of its strategic socio-economic significance by paying a financial grant in aid of not less than 1% of the share of revenue allocated to the federal government in the federal account. 3. Get the Senate Committee on State and Local Government to monitor compliance. Mr. President, I so move.
Thank you.
I am visited on the ancient city of Calabar, the first capital of Nigeria, on the 23rd and 24th of October 2020. The Senate notes that on the 23rd day of October 2020, a large crowd masquerading as NSAS protesters invaded and looted the Cross River State COVID palliative warehouse located at Bishop Moynihan Street in Calabar, Cross River State. Senate further notes that as a result of the invasion of the COVID-19 palliative warehouse, the Cross River State government imposed a 24-hour curfew in Calabar that started from 6 p.m. on 23rd October to avert further breakdown of law and order. The Senate is worried that
distinguished, please, you don't have to go into the detail. First of all, we need the approval of our colleagues. Yes. Distinguished colleagues, Senator Gershom Bassey has come under orders 42.
Or do I start fresh?
No, go ahead.
Okay. The Senate is worried that despite the 24-hour curfew, a group of vandals on the next day, being 24th October, invaded over 120 properties in Calabar and vandalized, looted, burnt down some high-valued properties belonging to individuals, the state government, and the federal government. The Senate is further worried that the Department of Petroleum Resources Office, West African Examinations Council Office, Federal Inland Revenue Services Office, the brand new state-of-the-art International Convention Center, Calabar CICC, the sprawling Tinapa Business Resort, the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, the Infectious Diseases Hospital, amongst others, and private residences, mostly of past and present federal lawmakers, were vandalized, looted, and or burnt. The Senate is convinced that the mayhem of the 24th October was an invasion of the sovereignty of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It was premeditated, selective, and targeted at highly valued federal and state government infrastructure and at federal lawmakers. The Senate is aware that the intervention of the military bases and security installations like the 13th Amphibious Brigade in Calabar, the Eastern Naval Command in Calabar, the NNS Victory in Calabar, the 207 Special Mobility Air Force Unit in Calabar, and Zone 6 Police Command in Calabar prevented the mayhem from spreading further. The Senate is further aware that Cross River State, being a predominantly civil service state, may not overcome the effects of the invasion since the destroyed state infrastructure were built from the lean resources over years. Accordingly, the Senate resolves 1. To condemn the attacks on private and public properties in Calabar on the 23rd and 24th of October 2020. 2. Mandate the Committee on National Security, Intelligence, the Committee on Defense, the Committee on Police Affairs, Committee on Judiciary, Human Rights and Legal Matters to investigate the invasion of the ancient city of Calabar on the 24th day of October 2020. 3. Urge the federal government to assist in the reconstruction, rehabilitation and repair of properties and infrastructure that were destroyed on the 24th day of October in Calabar, Cross River State. Mr. President, I so move.